Some people would say there is no justice. Guess what? I found that there is.
Yeah.
It's on the Soper Road in Morrisonville. David, how are you?
Good, Gordy. How you doing?
No clowning around.
No,
today.
my goodness, nobody.
We're here right toward the end of November 2011. And we haven't talked to you in a couple of years, have we?
Is it? I think it's been 3 or 4 years.
3 or 4 years since it's about time we found our way back up here.
I'm glad you showed up.
On Soper Street.
Glad to have you.
For those people who are watching this program for the first time, shame on you. We've been doing it for years. For those people who know who Dave Justus is, some people would say he's God. Some people would say he's a guardian angel. And everybody I know would say he's certainly a blessing to folks who need his help at this time of year. He's been helping kids and poor families and single moms and dads since when, David?
That's 41 years.
Is that possible?
41 years this year. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we were only kids when we started this.
Yeah, especially we're only in our 50s now. Imagine that. Huh?
I've known you for a long, long time,
God,
David.
Gordy. A long time.
Among all the people I know in the world, you're the only guy I've ever seen that just never gave up. You started why did you start doing this in the first place?
Well, it's mainly the way I was brought up. My mother and father were separated, then they ended up getting divorced, and I was left here at this home and that home and all over the place. And a lot of Christmases I never got anything. So it's hard when you go to school and all the rest of the kids got all new stuff and you have the same stuff you had, prior to it. And you never forget stuff like that. So I just don't want to see another child go through what I had to go through. So one way or the other, I want to make sure they got food in their stomach, because we have a food shelf here, and make sure they got toys underneath their tree. If God willing, I can keep going. We just turned 70 years old. I'm not quitting until I have
you're
to.
old. You'll never you won't live long enough to catch me. You've always been a few years behind. So you just started collecting things 41 years ago.
41 years ago.
How did you know how to go about it?
Well, I met a family at the store. It was, I can't even think of the name of the store down there. Then it was on the Arizona Road. A lady come in, she was half crying. She was pretty upset. It was just before Christmas, and she just didn't have anything for her kids and no money or anything else. And I said, listen, I'll make you a deal. I'll give you the money. You go get what you want. Then we'll go as far as we can with what money we have. Then we'll make sure the kids do get something. And while I was in there, this other guy says, I haven't got enough my kids either. So first year I started off, I did 5 families. And that was the beginning of it right then. And done it ever since.
Now, your wife is Marion, right?
Marion, yeah.
Has she always supported you in this?
Oh, God, yes. Yeah.
I knew that, or I wouldn't have brought it up.
Oh, she's such a sweetheart. I mean, she's a wife, a buddy, a companion. She's everything rolled into one.
Well, it's turned into something a lot bigger than 1 or 2 or 5 families in that first year since that time.
Oh, yeah.
It's never easy.
Oh, God, no.
It's a big struggle for you to get enough, because here we're doing this. What is today? The 29th day of November on 2011, and already you've had some 50 or 60 people come in here.
Well, we did 60. We started at 9 o'clock yesterday morning.
Isn't that amazing?
And as of 11 o'clock this morning, we did 66 kids already.
We're going to look around, see your stuff, and talk to you a lot more and find out exactly how it works. But I want people to get closer to their television sets and listen to this very carefully. Because between now and Christmas Day, whenever people see this program aired on television, wherever they might be, you will see a great many appeals, large and small. You will be asked to send your generous checks to who knows where, and I want them to think about spending their time, their money, their resources locally. If they're watching this program locally, because so many times we get those calls on the telephone from some other state, some other city, some other country, wanting us to support something, and I always say, wait a minute. Have you got a local organization that I can
take care of our own first?
Take care of our own right here in Clinton County first, and then work our way out from there.
Exactly.
So you're going to find out what support good things are all about, and you're going to find out what the true meaning of Christmas is before this program is finished
You
today,
betcha.
David. What do you say?
You betcha. It's the only way to go.
All right, let's talk some more. We're on the inside with the wood stove going. I'm not sure we need it.
Not today, we don't.
That old Fisher wood stove's been here for years keeping this
my
place
God,
warm, hasn't
it's
it?
like toast in here all the time.
Once again, we're talking with our friend Dave Justus up on Soper Street in Morrisonville, who's got it in his craw that he wants to help people. And he didn't give it just lip service, as they say.
Oh, God, no.
You've been running that skinny body of yours ragged for 41 years, trying to make sure this thing works.
Yeah.
Whether or not we do a TV show with you every year, you and I always chat.
Oh, we always
meet at the store or downtown at a bank or somewhere on the road. And you tell me how hard it is to get people to contribute.
It is, Gordon.
It's not hard to get people to come and pick up stuff because
Oh, good Lord, no.
there are so many people waiting.
Yeah. Yeah.
So tell me how it works. We're doing this again at near the end of November 2011. How does it work if there are people out there who are in desperate need of a little help?
Well, what they do is they give us a call, and if they
You want to give your number out or something?
Oh, sure. Sure.
I should have known.
It's 643-0855. That's our phone number here.
Okay, so they call you.
They call, and my wife takes care of the booking. She sets up the appointments for the people coming in, and I make sure we got stuff in here for them. And they come in here, and they get 2 to 3 toys for each one of their children. And we also have the food shelf in the house. If somebody's needing a food, it's right there. It doesn't cost them a
You
nickel.
didn't start with food.
No, God no.
How long have you done that?
8 years. 8 years this year we've been doing the food shelf.
You just noticed there was a need, or how did that work out?
Well, we get some battered women and children in here, and what we have to do is make sure that they're fed and that if they're where they're placed or whatever it may be, we just want to make sure there's nobody going hungry, especially kids. You know, and we did last year. We did 9 elderly couples that, good God, they was half starving to death. I mean, they can't live on what they're getting.
You know, David, a lot of us work very hard in our lives to be comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
We work toward retirement. We work toward having 5 cents in the bank so we can take care of ourselves should we become sick. Mm-hmm. And we fail to realize there are people who can't make it.
Oh, God. So many.
And they're not very far away.
No.
Not very far away from us.
No.
And this is the time of year when a lot of people are there with their hands out.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so these people call you.
Yeah. They set up an appointment.
Set up an appointment, so you bring them in.
They come in and we make them sign a book. Right here. I have the book. When they come in, they
sign the book.
They fill out this book, this page.
Yep.
With their number of children that they have and their ages, and then they'll go from. This is all we've done already.
Oh my!
Look at
come
this.
on, look at this.
60.
You better
I think it's 68.
You better run off a few more pages. You're going to need
we're
it.
going to need them.
And so you decided to do the food because there was a need.
Oh God, big
so
need
you
for
took
it already.
now. I happen to know you for a long time, so I know you have 3 bedrooms in your house.
Mm-hmm.
There's only one of those bedrooms is made for sleeping, and that's the one you
Boy,
use.
is that the truth? Good
So you got
God.
2 other bedrooms with one with a food,
Yep,
a food
one's got the
pantry in
food.
there.
And the second one is set up for if we have a family come in that needs, we can house them here, and they're safe here. They have their own private bath, full-size bed. I've got 3 roll-out beds for little ones, or with them, so we can set them up for a place to sleep. They have the run of the refrigerator, the closet, anything. I mean, the food shop, anything that they want to eat, I'll fix it. And more than once, we've got up in the middle of the night and made pancakes 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning for the kids.
You know, I also want to point out several times during the course of this program that Dave is not looking for any glory.
Jeez, no.
He's certainly not making money off of this thing. I mean, he sacrificed just about everything that he has and owns to spread it around. It's one thing to spread the wealth. It's another thing to just spread the next meal or a place to stay overnight for somebody who is in desperate need.
Oh, yes.
And other people watching this program might say, well, we've got agencies for that.
Yeah, no.
Well, guess what, folks? This guy is an agency all by himself up here.
We got it.
Up on his little hill here in Morrisonville. He's helped how many would you say from the beginning? There's almost no way to know, is there?
Well, those books over there on
Oh, my
the
goodness.
table, they've done, there's over 7,000 there.
Dude, come on.
Definitely, yeah. There's over 7,000 right there in those books, and we started doing those in '99. I think that's when we went back to '99. So we have no idea what we done before '99, because the only thing we did, we marked it down to a pad, and we kept losing track of what was going on. So in '99 we went with the books and started there. So I don't know, Gordy. I know, like I say, there's 7,000 right there.
So if you did 60 in one day, it's got to be hundreds every year.
Well, we did 686 last year. It was a bad year for us because we just didn't have the money to do everybody that we wanted to do.
That's an important point to make too. You could never do this on your own. You wouldn't have enough food on your own table for toast in the morning.
My God,
so
no.
you have to rely on other people.
Yeah.
How do you go about getting other people to help you with this?
Well, like I say, Dave Fletcher from Franklin County, from the jail up there in Malone. Dave Fletcher came through last year for me. He's came through me this year. He's a nice person and a real true friend. And everybody, God love the men and women, that work up to that jail. They got the biggest hearts of anybody I've ever seen.
He just goes around with his hand out and people give him...
I don't know exactly how he does it, but it's the men and women.
Hey, you, $50.
Yeah, it's the men and women up there that do it, Gordy. And, and Dave will keep after him until he's got enough he knows he can help me.
That says a lot for the corrections officers, doesn't it? Huh?
MCOs are worth their weight in gold.
Unbelievable. Well,
I just can't believe we've never really got any help out of Clinton. And here I am right next door to Clinton. That's
you
different.
never know. Lots of people watch this program. They watch it right here on their local cable systems. They watch this program on the internet at Plattsburgh.com and HometownCableNetwork.com. So the reverberations, we hope, will go around the world before we're through, because we hope, number one, to inspire more support. You can use all the help you can get, right?
Yeah.
Not just from corrections officers, but people in a law office or a store or somewhere
Right.
say, hey, let's take up a collection for Dave right now, whenever they watch this. And it doesn't matter if they even saw this program after Christmas, because guess what? If you've done it 41 years, there'll be, Lord willing, and if the creek doesn't rise, there'll be another year for you.
Oh, God, I hope my health holds out, Gordy.
Wouldn't it be nice to start the year with $100,000 in a checking account for this effort of yours?
I was telling you earlier, we had to get rid of our car. We're down to just a pickup right now because the payment on the car was cutting into my food shelf and into our toys. So we had to get rid of our vehicle, which I missed drastically, being down to one vehicle, because we're on the road constantly, with these families and stuff. So we got rid of it. I mean, we've sacrificed about everything we can, Gordy. We don't have anything left to sacrifice. It's a day-to-day thing.
So we've talked about prison guards. Who else has helped you over the years that you want to mention? Any other groups or organizations?
Shazy Lions Club, Rod and Gun Club, Shazy. Jesus, there's so many of them. It's out there that Egglefield Forge out there has helped me.
Well, businesses too.
Oh,
huh?
yeah.
In all the
Plattsburgh
years...
Distributing, Jack
there
is
you go.
He's worth his weight in gold. Jack.
What a guy.
Yes, our trailer broke on us because it was so rotten, because we haul our food and the clown car when we go around and do children's shows and stuff with it. Broke right in half. It was just so rotted.
Oh, come on.
And I was telling Jack about it. He said, we're going to get a new one. Jack bought that trailer and sitting out back right there.
For you? Yeah,
yes, he did. Because he's got a heart 3 times bigger than what he is.
Well, this North Country in general has a big heart. And
yes,
once
they
again,
do.
I don't know who's watching this and when, but they ought to know if they've ever had any contact with the North Country, or if they live here now, that this North Country has a heart bigger than the all outdoors. How many years ago did I discover that on the radio? Calvin's known it since the 80s when he started doing this kind of thing. All you have to do is somehow get to the people and tell them we have a need.
Yeah, right.
And that need will somehow be filled. As we
Yes, it
found
will.
out when people are sick,
Mm-hmm.
and now when you're working with battered women,
Mm-hmm.
and so many people that come in here, and it would literally kill you if you couldn't help somebody. And it does every year when I talk to you and you're
Yeah.
wringing your hand saying, I don't know what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
I need another guardian angel
Boy,
to
that's
come
the truth.
through.
Gordy. Yeah. We're just about 2 steps right now from being flat broke
Yeah.
from this year here.
Well, it would be a
we
tragedy.
haven't got the help.
It would be a
You know,
tragedy
it would
if
kill
we
me.
couldn't do
It
it.
really would kill me.
And there aren't many there are, as I said before, organizations that will help people. But there aren't very many individuals who've decided to take up this torch as you have. There are a few in neighborhoods that take care of themselves, but darn few.
Really.
So,
Unless they got their hand out.
so here we are. Here we are in a brand new year, and we're just. I don't know where we are in this economic downturn, as they call it.
Exact.
But it's I know a lot of my friends and your friends and you and me have had our bank accounts decimated by this economic downturn.
Yes.
So
we have.
some people just aren't able to help as much as they were.
And no, they weren't. They're
Yeah.
not, Gordy. That's right.
And
That's
so
right.
if we're feeling it, then the point is it's trickling down to the least of these, as it says
Yeah.
in a good book. And those people, there are people out there who are telling their kids this morning, we probably won't even have a Christmas tree this year.
Yep.
And what's even worse, there may not be very much under that Christmas
Yeah.
tree.
Yeah.
And if you think of your own childhood and how much every little toy and doll and little train meant to you when you were a youngster,
Exactly.
you'll know that we have to do what we can to help.
Exactly, Gordy. We sure do.
So they come here, they make an appointment, you show these people around, you show them through your place, and you pick out some things.
Well, they pick out what they want for their kids. We don't-
really?
Oh, yeah, it's free to them. They just walk through and get what they want. And whatever it is, they just bag it. And like they were here, we had 6. How many families we have this morning? 1, 2, 3. I think 7 this morning.
Already?
Oh, yeah, we did 7 this morning.
All
Yeah,
right,
6, 7 this morning.
Now
we
people
did.
are going to be wondering many things as they watch this program. Excuse me for clearing my throat. Where do you get the stuff?
Most of it we buy damaged pallets at toys out of Glens Falls.
We mentioned that before, but I'm sure our audience has no idea what you're talking about. How does that work?
Pallets that get damaged with forklifts and stuff like that, we go down and we bid on them and buy them. And a lot of stuff we can salvage, and a lot of stuff we can't. Same way with our food. I buy a lot of food that's been damaged. That can't. So you take your chance on what you're getting, whether it's going to be good, bad, or otherwise. You don't know because it's all
I
wrapped.
did when we had 15 kids. We did the same thing. We'd buy a train load of damaged food
Right.
and come in, and some
Right.
guy would give me a price, and we'd back up with my old Chevy Nova wagon and load that
That's
thing to
right.
the front end was
That's
right off the
right.
ground, and we'd
That's
pack
right.
it in the cellar and eat on it until the next train came in.
You got to do what you got to do to survive.
So you buy damaged pallets.
Oh yeah, damaged pallets of toys. When we've got another sale coming up. Geez, I think it's the 12th or 13th of this month
Of December?
of December.
Yeah, we're almost into December.
And or whether we'll have the money to go ahead and do it or not, I don't know. If we do, we will. If not, well, we won't. We'll go with what we got, because most of those auctions, that's $800-900.
Yeah, and once again, I want to point out there are a lot of organizations trying to help this year. There are a lot of people collecting brand new toys, and they put them in barrels around the North Country. And you have organizations that are honest and have been helping others for years and years and years that are doing this. But nobody does it quite like Dave Justus does it. Now, first of all, do you have a name for this? Or
Yeah, Justice for the Children.
See, there is
Yeah.
justice.
Oh yes.
Now we're going to pause just a moment because people are saying, wait a minute, I've seen this guy before, but his face looked a little bit different.
But I had makeup on it, eh?
Yeah, well, let's talk about that side of your life, that other persona. What is that?
Patches the Clown. We have a little clown car. There's a picture of it up on the wall.
I love it.
And we go around doing, like we work down the Airborne night, 2 or 3 shows a year down there.
Oh, do you really?
Oh, yeah. And then we travel. We do children's homes all over. We travel and spend the day with the kids and ride them in the car and just have it. Because what do they don't have much to look forward to.
No, I'm sure many of the young people watching this especially did not see the last show that you and I did several years ago. So they have no clue how you got into the clown business. How did that all start for you?
Oh, my God. I started working doing minstrel shows when I was, I think, 6 or 7 years old with my father. That was before my mother and father split up. We worked at schools and Grange halls and stuff like that. And I just thought that was fantastic. But then I started working with kids that had been abused. And consequently, they wouldn't talk to me. But they would talk to Patches the Clown. It was fine to talk with him. They could tell him anything they wanted to. But as I went as Dave Justus,
It's like Santa Claus.
they wouldn't have nothing to do with me.
It's like St. Nicholas started that a long time ago. And then Santa Claus, kids will whisper in Santa Claus's ear when they won't even talk to their own parents
Exactly.
or their own abusers
Exactly.
or whatever the case might be.
Yeah.
And, you know, for some kids, and some older kids, clowns have taken a bad rap through the years because of some of those horror movies.
Ain't that an awful thing to say?
and so on. But guess what? Clowns are good people.
Oh, yeah,
too,
they
you
are.
know.
Yeah, they are.
So you've had a ball with Patches the Clown.
Oh, my
How many
God.
years?
Oh, God, Gordy. Whew, Jesus.
I think since I've known you.
Well, I know I was doing shows in 73.
Were you really?
Yeah.
Come on.
73. I think I started, Gordy,
We're
in
going on
71.
Come on,
30
30 years?
71 I started.
40 years.
40 years.
40 years.
Yeah, 71 I started.
Wow.
It used to be was it the Fitzpatrick's home or something? It was in Keysville. There was a children's home down there. God, I can't think of it now. So long ago. But yeah, I had an old Chevrolet, 55 Chevy. We had it all painted up, and I went down there. We towed it down on a chain, got it down there,
Really?
and we're gonna ride the kids. Damn thing wouldn't start.
I wouldn't go.
Wouldn't go. We got it there. So, but we got to play with the kids a little bit as Patches, and through the years, it's involved to where we're our 5th clown car now that we've built because we wear them right out. You know, there's so much running with them that
Well,
they get tired.
Last time I saw it, that thing would do a few loop-de-loops.
Oh, do wheelies! Oh, you bet it. Yeah.
Kids love to see that clown car do a wheelie. They think
This one
that's
we
so
built
neat.
here in '95. This car here we got now.
It's going pretty good.
God forbid, I hope it does.
We're going pretty soon.
Yeah.
We'll be ready for the Antiques Roadshow.
Jeez,
Isn't
it's been
that
a good
amazing?
car.
Uh-huh.
God, that's been a good car.
So anything for kids. That's the way I
Anything to do with
kind of
kids.
figure out
Yeah.
what Dave Justus is made of here.
Yeah.
Every day somehow somebody goes and winds that key on his back and gets him all tuned up
Oh God,
and ready to help people.
it doesn't take much, Gory. If there's
Well-
a child involved with me, you know that.
And the worst part of it is, and you and I have discussed this many times, Dave, there are many that you just don't get to.
Oh, I can't.
You know they're
No.
out there, and you don't
can't.
get to all of them.
No,
And you
no,
can't do everything for everybody
No.
and every day.
No.
But if we are to inspire people who are watching this program, perhaps they'll find a way that they can help themselves. I noticed behind things that are knit, you were telling me that people knit things for
Oh
you.
yeah, we're with the Careware magazine, which goes worldwide. We're in all.
What's the name of it?
I just said it.
Cower?
Careware.
Careware magazine.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
And we're in that, and that goes nationwide. And the ladies that belong to Careware knit me up chooks and hats.
Do they really?
And scarves. Yeah. This is all
You
homemade.
mean they know what toques are?
Yeah, this is got my own. Oh my God.
Look at this. That's colorful. Isn't it? Look at this.
This box here came out of Idaho. They mailed
come
it out. Oh yeah, definitely.
What little girl wouldn't love it?
I know.
Look at this.
Look at them. And I got cases of them in the house. I mean, this is
Oh,
all.
that's beautiful.
Look at this, Gordy. That beautiful?
Oh my goodness.
Look at that.
Look how thick and
Oh,
heavy.
them are warm. Boy, that's not bottom. That's warm.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know people in Idaho knew what toques were, but we know, don't we? Huh?
Indiana. I get some out of Indiana, some out of North Carolina. I got a lady down there. Beverly sends them up to me out of Indiana or out of North Carolina. I got one family that sent us a box this year out of Georgia. I've never met these people or anything, but they see what we do in
They
Carolina.
probably don't even know what they call these things. In Georgia, they wouldn't know.
No, it doesn't seem so, eh?
That's a
But they
French
see
name
it
that
in
comes from the frozen north.
But they see it in the
These-
magazines and
these
stuff.
are really quite
Ain't that
beautiful.
nice, eh? And we got the mittens to go with them. We've got
Well,
scarves to go with
everybody
them.
needs warm clothes.
Oh, God, I
You
guess
don't.
so.
You do the how about scarves too?
Oh, yeah, we got
Scarves?
the scarves. We've got
and
mittens.
mittens. and
We've
toques.
got- And toques. We got baby hats.
Do you really?
Yeah, we're first respond babies where they come out of the hospital. We've got a bunch of them in the back room. I'll show you when we go back there.
Oh.
That we take care of. I took a food basket up to a family this year, elderly family, and she was walking around with a toque on. Damned old trailer. It was so
Is it?
cold
Oh.
in there you couldn't stand it. It was so cold in that
You know,
place.
that's another thing that people may not realize. If they're comfortable in their own home, and we're lucky to have very warm weather now. We're toward the end of November
Yeah.
with 60-degree temperatures
Yeah.
again. But it's going to get cold before it gets warm again. And there are people who don't have enough fuel
You betcha.
oil,
You
kerosene, for the price
Yeah.
of kerosene, or wood,
Yeah.
or whatever it takes to keep them warm.
47 degrees in that old place.
That's hard to believe.
I left her a turkey, and she says, I love the turkey, but it doesn't do me any good. And I said, well, why not? I said, you can have that meal after meal after meal. She says, I don't have no gas to cook on.
Come on.
They had one of them old stinky space heaters. What do you call them? You set them in the middle of the floor.
I know, a pot burner?
Pot burner thing. And they were cooking on top of that stupid old pot burner. The only thing you could do is warm up soup on it.
Ha ha ha.
And we think we got it bad.
Isn't that something?
So I went and got him a tank of gas. Left the turkey, cook it. My God, you're not going to go hungry. No way in God's world you're going to go
Well,
hungry.
you know, like we said before, we don't have to underline this too many times, but propane, fuel oil, even wood is
Nothing's
expensive.
cheap. That's right. Nothing's cheap.
Nothing
Not
is
anymore.
inexpensive. You know,
No.
and it's hard for people to be completely self-sufficient
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah.
You know, in the old days where we had big farms and a huge garden, there was plenty for everybody, and you shared with your neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is the kind of thing you're doing here. What do people come in with big families sometimes?
Oh, 7, 8, 9 kids.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I would say on the average, probably 4 to 5 kids right now is what we're running per family. So what it seems to be anyway so far this year. This year we're getting a lot of teenagers. Getting some little kids, but mostly teenagers. And their parents are so embarrassed because they know if kids don't get something, they're going to go to school and they're going to get harassed. I mean, it's cruel.
Well, it's
a cruel thing, Gordy. It's very
The
cruel.
kids' peers can be ruthless in school.
Oh, without a
We've heard
doubt.
a lot of talk about bullying lately. And little kids don't realize what terrible damage they can do. And so if you're, in the olden days, a lot of kids went to school in homemade clothes and
Well, of course.
dresses made
Of
out of
course.
flower bags and so
Yeah.
on. And, there were a lot of rural families.
Yeah.
But today, if a kid has to go and hand-me-downs or ill-fitting clothes,
They're gonna get made fun of.
Oh, terrible.
And that's something you don't forget, Gordy. I know Myers is where I stayed up there, one of the places I stayed at when I was small. I used to get my shoes 2 sizes too big for me and put newspapers, in the toes of them, so that way I could get more years
More
out of
mileage
them
out
as
of
I
them,
was
sure.
growing, yeah. But you go to school with them big shoes on. That was a laughing stock of school, clumping around with those big things on. I had to have shoes. You know,
it's a completely different world than it was when I was a kid.
Oh,
We never had new clothes, but I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know anybody had new clothes. For all
Yeah.
I knew, everybody
Yeah.
was poor like we were.
Yeah.
Never have a
exactly.
loving family, it helps a lot.
Yeah.
You got a guy like Dave Justus up here on Soper Street in Morrisonville, it helps a lot.
I just don't want to see anybody go through it.
Well,
Gordy.
once again, I want to, several times during the course of the program, I want to mention your telephone number again.
At 643-0855.
And if somebody doesn't answer,
There's the answering service.
You have an answering
We got a
machine.
machine here, yeah, that'll pick
you'll
it up.
set up an appointment, bring the family here, and make sure they have something.
Oh, they won't go without, Gordy.
And if their refrigerator is empty, you'll
We'll
get some,
take care of that,
you'll
too.
find some weight.
Oh, yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
I should,
As long as the money holds out, Gordy. I mean, you can only go as far as...
somebody might be watching this and say, well, they must have 10 or 12 people who help them here.
There's my wife in the house and myself. There's the two of us. We do it all.
You do what you can. You go to bed and get a little sleep whenever you can. And sometimes you get an emergency call in the middle of the night.
Never know, Gordy, here.
You just never know.
Well, it scares me with my wife because 2 or 3 years ago, she had too many strokes back to back. And she won't slow down. And when we're doing this, I mean, she works like a dog. And it just worries me that something's going to happen to her, you know, that them damn strokes. But, boy, you can't stop her. I mean, there's no way even slowing her down, much less stopping her. She is one fantastic wife, I'll tell you. And she loves kids as much as I do, and she wants to make sure that
there's nothing like a child's smile at Christmas time,
that's right? If I can bring a smile on a child's face and make sure his stomach isn't growling, boy, I've done it.
What's different in 2011, than in the past? You've been doing this for a long time. Anything you're noticing different?
Gordy. The cost is unbelievable. We used to be able to buy pallets of toys I could get them for anywhere from $80 to $110 a pallet for damaged pallets. Right now we're talking $700-800.
No, come on. You gotta be kidding me.
That's what's going on. See, a lot of people buy them from down south, and they take them down there and sell them in flea markets.
Oh, is that what happened?
Sure.
So you gotta
I gotta compete with these people, and boy, I'll tell you, unless you got some money, you can't compete with them.
Do you bid on it, or
Oh
what?
yeah, we bid on them.
Oh, you have to bid.
Yeah.
Is that a single
Yeah.
bid deal, or how does that work?
No, it's open. You're right there bidding against them,
Oh,
and
no kidding.
if they think it's something that they want, you might as well shut your mouth and just
And
stand
if they
there.
don't have the cash in their pocket,
So they got briefcases of it when they come in.
Oh, really?
They're
They're ready to
loaded.
go?
I don't have that kind of financing to fight with these people or argue with them. You know?
You're lucky to have socks without holes in them,
Yeah.
never mind the pocket full of money.
So I have to take whatever's left over.
So, if somebody is watching this and they want to call you, what's that number again?
643-0855.
They can make an appointment, come down here, and make sure their family, their kids, has something.
How about sending a check?
And if they want to send a generous check of how would they
God.
send you a check? Make
Three-
it out, who would they make it out to?
Make it out to Justice for the Children.
JUS
TUS
TUS for the children,
for the children.
and send it to
316 Soper Street, Morrisonville, 12962.
I understand our mail might, in the future, might not be going to Plattsburgh. It may be going to
Isn't that
Albany.
something?
I'm trying to figure out where our mail's going to go before we get.
You know what we had a good deal doing this year too, Gordy?
What?
Is I collect furniture all year long. If somebody has a dresser or refrigerator.
Oh my goodness! Another dimension furniture.
I got a warehouse full of. I did
Oh
have.
my God!
So
one
when
man
Jay,
band up
when
here.
Jay flooded out and they needed stuff,
Yes.
they came down and we took care of 9 houses up there.
Did you
9
really?
houses out of between the garage and the pole barn of stuff. We had beds, we give out freezers, we
That's
give
a
out washers,
dimension I didn't
dryers.
even know about. Come on.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we've been doing that for 3-4 years now too.
Appliances and furniture.
Cribs, full-size beds, mattresses, and stands, lamps, dishes. There's still a bunch I got left out there that I've just collected cents in that we've got, so they could just come down and get it, and it doesn't cost them a nickel.
You know, I don't like to interject anything negative into this at all because this is goodwill toward men. This is what we're celebrating this time of year. That's
Right.
the real meaning of Christmas. But once in a while you find somebody who's going to burn you.
Oh.
And you have to be wary all the time, don't you?
Yes, you
And
do.
I'm talking back the days, the radio business, when people would come in and plead poverty, and then I would find out they were tapping into 16 organizations, and they were living better at Christmas time than you and I were.
Yeah.
But they're few and far between.
Yeah.
99% of the people you deal with have a definite, absolute need, right?
Yeah. JCEO sends them up to me.
Well, they do.
Clinton County sends them up to me, up here to be done. See, Christmas Bureau shuts down, I think it's the end of November. I'm pretty sure it's the end of this month. They're done.
Yeah.
So there's nothing for December for them. So they send them up here for me to do.
I don't want to take away from any of the organizations.
Oh, God, no, me neither.
They all have dedicated people, volunteers. The people that are working there don't make a heck of a lot of money.
No.
But we have so many people in this county that really care. But I also want to point out before we're finished that this guy Dave Justus is somebody who's got a heart bigger than this room here. We're going to take a look around.
Sure.
Now, what other surprises? The furniture and the appliances I didn't know about. The food I knew about because you started that a while back. This kind of stuff I love. The homemade.
Oh, that beautiful.
The homemade. I mean, this is absolutely beautiful. My wife's trying to weed out my toque drawer the other day.
Oh, I love it.
Gordy, how many toques do you have? I said, I don't know. I lost track at 15, I think. So I said, only need about 5 of those. She said, you need 5 toques? She said, I'll wash them for you. The rest of them I'm giving to somebody who needs.
But they're so warm, Gordy, compared to a bottom.
You can see the way I go out to shovel snow in the wintertime with my big suit on and
my bald head. I got to keep something on there.
I said, but whatever you do, don't get rid of the one with the little face in it that covers my neck so the snow doesn't blow in.
Yeah. God, I'm getting older and the cold bothers me more.
Does it really?
Yeah.
Well, anyway,
we do our food baskets, you know that.
Yeah.
We do our 12 for Thanksgiving and 12 for Christmas.
Do you really?
Oh, yeah, we do 24. Yeah.
So, I think before we move around through here and see what you've got, I want people to know how hard you work at this, not just for a couple of weeks before Christmas.
12 months a
but
year.
You have to be thinking about it every day.
Oh, yeah.
If you're collecting furniture, if you're buying pallets, bidding on pallets of toys.
And we got to have food for the food show. I mean, it takes paper plates, paper...
all kinds of paper products, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, everything... And paper towels we go through like you can't believe. And we have plastic silverware and stuff like that for people that are placed because they move around. You can't use glassware. There's no way. No way. No, we can't do it.
So the kids' eyes light up when they come in here? The little kids come in too?
I don't like to have them bring their kids in already.
I know.
Just the parents.
Yeah, it's much better so they can be surprised.
Yeah, because if they see what mommy's getting them, that's Christmas. I don't like that. I want to be... excited to open up something they don't know what they got.
And, not necessarily comparing today with 60, 70 years ago when I was a young kid, but, in those days, if you got a jackknife, that was a big deal for Christmas.
Damn right it was.
And an apple, maybe an orange in your stocking.
Yeah.
And nowadays, kids expect a little bit more. And if you can make those little kids happy, you're going to do it.
Right, exactly.
You and I are going to take a walk around.
Sure, we'll take a walk around.
Let's pause for a minute and then we'll take a walk.
Okay.
Well, I haven't been in this room in a little while, David. There's another room. It's a little dark in here, but we can see around, and you've got looks like a lot of stuff for little ones in here.
Yeah, we do. We do, Gordy.
Tell me about it.
What we try to do is get the older kids on the other room, because we first started, we only had this one room, did it all.
Oh, yeah.
But we just didn't, we ended up where we're doing so many, we don't have enough room, and to do the one room, so we expanded out there. But my wife sorts it all out between the boys and the girls, and we have some of the bigger stuff up on top that we didn't have room for out there. And we just have them come in like baby books. We have all kinds of baby books, little books for them to come in and get.
Beautiful.
Stuff like that, where they can come in and get that. And we have our bear.
Look at
That's our protection bear right here.
I love the stuff.
Oh,
What kid doesn't
so
love
soft.
Stuffed toys.
Yeah.
I'm just glancing around. Of course, we have to have a clown on the wall, right?
Oh God, yes, you
We
gotta have
have a
that.
clown on the wall.
You betcha. Cyrenac School built me those wooden things up on top. They're
What?
basketball hoops,
Come on.
and you do it with a spoon.
Come on.
Yeah, with a ball. They're a ball to play.
Is it?
Yeah, the
that
kids
right?
up there did them for me.
I never heard of such a thing.
Yeah, it's incredible.
See, that's good to point out that help is coming from many places.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And somebody watching this
Yep.
has got an idea. Hey, we could do something for David next year, you know? Our kids in the shop, our kids can help one
Right.
way or the other. And
It's all deeply appreciated, Gordy. That's for damn sure. You know that we need. And this right here. Oh God, it's all gone.
you got a lot of stuff there, though.
Yeah, it was like where they had the bead kits, stuff
Oh,
like
really?
that. Yeah, for making stuff.
Too late.
Gone.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I got more in the back. We'll just have to bring
do
it
you
back.
really?
Yeah, oh yeah. And
So you bring stuff in here, and then you got another barn that you put the stuff in.
oh
don't
yeah,
you?
yeah. We got a storage trailer out back that we store stuff in, and plus our other bedroom. As long as we don't have anybody in it, we got stuff stored in there. We got stuff stored in the food shed.
You're gonna be sleeping standing up the next time I come up here.
But we don't have the room, Gordy, to,
Yeah.
you know, when it comes in, because you got to sort the stuff. So we put it in the garage, turn the furnace on out there, and that's where we sort through the garage.
Once again, it costs money to heat the garage if you turn the furnace on. I was looking around the other side here, and I saw some boxes that look like little trains. And
Yeah.
Are those wooden things?
Yeah, oh
or
yeah.
what?
Family out of Plattsburgh just started a new business down there,
Come on.
and they made those for me last year.
Come on.
Yeah, and I had a bunch of them. That's about all that's left right there.
They're handmade?
Oh yeah, they make them right in their shop.
I can't believe it.
Yeah.
Rocking
There was.
horses?
I had a plane, but that went this morning.
Or did it?
Oh yeah, and we have these trains, and are they ever nice when they're put
Well,
together?
something like that. That's a life. That becomes an heirloom.
Mm-hmm.
After a while.
Because they can paint them whatever color they want after they get them built, you know. And my God, they're beautiful. Once they're done, they built me a bunch of them. This is all that's left out of that. Of course, Aaron's down on Cornelia Street. Brian, he's forever helping me out.
Well, whatever it takes, you know.
I don't know if I can get in here with everything falling. My wife would kill me.
Look at
My
this.
little Aaron's.
Oh, look.
Dot practice.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah, I got a case of them here. We have a big one that rides on the clown car with us.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, he sits up there, and that way if a child gets scared or nervous or something, we take down the big dog and let him hold him.
You know, I'm a big fan of books, and I noticed you have a lot of books
A lot
for the
of children's
kids.
books.
I see a Winnie the Pooh. You know, what better thing than to read to your kids, no matter how poor they are, as long as you can get them to sit next to you and read
Right.
to your kids, you're giving them something that'll be worth something you couldn't ever pay for or pay back when they grow
It's so
older.
much better than watching TV, Gordy.
Oh my goodness,
'Cause
in
it
so
brings
many
you
ways.
closer together with your child.
You got creatures. We got creatures of all kinds. We got dinosaurs. We got
We
big,
got clothes.
big toy. Oh, you do have
Oh, yeah,
clothes?
These are clothes here that
Oh my
they can help themselves with for them.
So many.
We
So
even got a big boy jacket here.
Oh, look at this.
Yeah.
Look at
That's
that.
for big fellas.
Isn't that great?
Oh, yeah.
That's
A lot of them, Gordy, don't have clothes.
Well, think
The
about
little
it.
ones.
Think about it. It's not going to be 60 degrees, but just because it's 60 today, near the end of November, it's not going to be that warm all winter.
Oh,
that's for
God.
sure.
Remember I was telling you about the baby hats?
Oh, look at this.
Look at this.
Look at this.
These
Oh,
are all
come on.
handmade. I mean, these are all.
Oh,
There's nothing
my.
bought in here. This is all handmade.
Isn't this
Is that
amazing?
beautiful?
Look at this.
Lady in Keysville makes these for
Look
me.
at this.
Mhm.
Oh, my, my, my.
I mean, they go all out, Gordy, doing this stuff.
Yeah.
God love them. They're, and like the lady called me from Indiana, she said, I'm 86 years old. And she said, that's the only enjoyment I get out of life is my knitting.
You know, I saw a
Man,
story
that's
in the
wonderful.
paper or somewhere the other day about people who do sit around and knit, make things for other people, and they make clothes and afghans and
Oh, God, yeah.
scarves and mittens
Yes.
and hats and
Yeah.
everybody can do something, can't they?
Certainly they can.
Everybody
Certainly
can do something.
Better than just sitting around doing nothing.
Yeah.
You know?
And at very least, they can call their neighbors and say, hey, turn the television on. Gordy and Calvin are there with Mr. Justus right now, and there is Justus. He's helping all these people in the North Country. And it's not, people should talk about you all year long.
Well,
It's too bad that you have to wait for them to come out of the woodwork around Christmas time, because there's a need. There's a need. Other people might call you up and say, Dave, can I help you handle, could you use any help handling things? Or
we've had 28 families last year, and right now we're feeding 6.
Yeah.
And it's a feeling, Gordy, I don't be pat on the back. It's just a good feeling knowing these people aren't going hungry with these kids.
Well, that's important.
And elderly people, I'm getting in more into that than I was before, because I can't believe it. How much they're suffering.
And a
And
lot of
they're not
elderly
getting the
people
help.
are so proud they don't want to stick their hand out, so they'll rely on a younger family member or neighbor to say, hey, Dave, you got to help so-and-so.
That's
up
right.
there. They don't have anything on their table.
That's right. They are proud, Gordy. Very proud.
Oh, yeah.
God love them. They don't want to ask for help. But like I told that one family I was telling you about, it's just crazy. You don't have to go without. There's a lot of people that's got a lot more than they should have. They're not going without. Neither should you. You need help, you call me. We don't have a phone. Go to neighbors. How the kids go to neighbors. Somebody just give me a call. I'll take care of you. You'll eat. You'll be warm.
I don't know how you do it, but you always manage to find a way.
Oh, we'll bring them here.
Yeah.
We'll bring them here and they can stay with us. I don't care. But they're not going to go cold and they're not going to be hungry.
Yeah.
I guarantee you that.
That's a good thing.
As long as I can, anyway. Let's put it that way.
Well, I hope it lasts for a long, long time. All right, we'll move out of this room and into another in just a minute. Yeah, we just had a bark. We almost had a sound effect in. You want to bark again? Yeah, you won't speak when I want you to, that's for sure. Dave Justus, as we wrap it up here, I want to give you my personal thanks for your friendship for all these years. Since we didn't have as many gray hairs, we actually had more on top of our heads.
Then it's getting pretty slim picking there now.
Days, we've been together at campgrounds in the most likely and unlikely places over the years.
We sure have, Gordy.
But it's time for a lot of the BS to stop and the true spirit of Christmas to come through this year.
Right.
And I want to thank you for all that you do, and you'll in turn thank your wonderful wife for helping as well, and other family members and friends through the years. And special thanks to people we may not have even mentioned today.
Yes, I know I forgot something.
That's always the way I am.
Oh, God.
I'll be driving home and say, I forgot. But the point is this. I want to give your mailing address so that somebody watching this who has, say, I wanted to give something to some needy organization this year, and I already dropped my dollar bill in the red bucket for the Salvation Army. What else can I do? Get that checkbook out, get a pen that works, and make out a check to
Justus for the Children.
Justus for the Children. See how to spell it? Justus for the children. And put any numbers in there you want to.
God, yeah.
The bigger the better, but we'll accept the little checks too. And mail it to
316 Soper Street, Morrisonville, 12962. Or call me, 643-0855.
I know you'll be helping dozens and dozens more families this year and throughout the year, and not just single parents and their children, but senior citizens and entire families in need. We're, as you just said a few minutes ago, we're a pretty proud bunch here in the North Country, but you might know a neighbor, somebody watching this might not know a neighbor who's in deep, deep trouble.
Exactly.
Here's the guy that can find a way. What's your phone number again?
643-0855. That's 518 area code.
518. I was going to say, for people who might be watching this outside the area, 518 is the way. Marion's not here, is she?
No, she's laying down. She's been up half the night.
Oh,
sorting.
I know exactly how it is. Well, you tell her, you give her our very best from our
I
house
will, Gordy.
and from our little corner, hometown cable. All these people out there watching would pat you on the back if they had a chance. And I'll say you can substitute that pat on the back if you just write a little check and
Yeah, God
send
knows we
it in
can use it. Oh,
today.
Lord.
Justice for the Children.
316 Soper Street, Morrisonville, 12962. And I want to thank Gordy, I want to thank you, I want to thank Cal for all the help, and I really do appreciate it, because you may help me get into a home that is in dire need of some help, and this way they won't have to go without thanks to you guys.
Keep us in the loop. Let us know how things are going with you throughout the rest of the season.
I will.
And we're delighted to be here. We've covered a lot of topics over the years, but this, I think, is one of the most important of all. Thanks to everybody watching this program for your questions, your comments, your suggestions about future programs, and most of all, thank you for helping Dave Justus and Justice for the Children. And you can also, if you like this program, send a check to Hometown Cable on the Ridge Road, Champlain. That's where Calvin lives, and so we can spread the wealth and continue this program far into the future. And who knows where we're going to be next time for our little corner.